Shut up and sit down.
Right. As you can see, stage one's had a chance to dry. Gone over it with a bit of primer, different shades, just to start getting the tarmac. Nice little gloss black around the edges of the frame. It's only had one coat so far, and I've made me curbstones out of a piece of modelling clay and just laid that on there. This is the removable section that I've put in. It's a little delicate to get off, and bits fall off it at the moment. I've got to spray it with some hairspray to hold them in place, and then I can make me cutouts in a little while. What I'm looking at doing whilst I've got that off is painting me track line for the edge of the track, or the edge of the circuit. So I'll just move the gravel out of the way, get myself a brush. There's just a little bit of Revell aqua colour white. And I'm just coming across the tape to get me line started, like so. Bearing in mind the frame itself's got to have another coat of paint yet, as well as the track needing a little bit more work. So by putting the line in now, I can actually weather it slightly, age the line down a bit of dirt, bit of grime, that sort of thing. So although the line's been painted at the moment, it will darken down a tad. This is just to get something on there resembling the edge of the track. Like so. So all it is just a little bit of paint. All the way along. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry, move that out of the way, and come on the flagstones now. So I've done a bit of googling. Silverstone had white and red curbs. I think it still has actually, so do one white. So 1, 2, 3 red, then white again, and then red again. So just mark up the ones that I'm going to paint. Just to get some paint on the actual surface. I'm expecting the clay will probably absorb some of it, but it's just to get an initial paint layer on there. Don't worry about brush strokes, because bear in mind these were hand painted, these track edges, so you're going to have brush strokes on them anyway. Just lift that up a tad. Let's see how we're looking. Just keep piling it on there. So that's a little bit of white on there. Clean my brush, come back with a bit of red. Red, where's our orange? I think that's orange actually. Just want to check. Yeah. Make sure you pick up the right pot next time, Festa. Shove the white away for a moment. And let's have a look at what red I've got. That's more like it. See? You might find red. There you go. There's 3 red ones just here. 2, 3. That's it. Turn it around so I can actually see it. That's better. da, da, da. Like so. Right along the front edge. Da, 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 da. Like so. Right, let that dry. As you can see, that's for its first coat. Not looking too shabby. Like I say, let it dry, soak it in, come back at it. If it needs another coat, it needs another coat. It's just to finish that little bit off. So we'll let that dry. So the circuit there. Let's move the track edge up out of the way. I just want to come back now at me frame. Just to try and give that a little bit more of a sexy finish. Let's see what we got here. A bit of black in the way. We can start dressing up the front edge of that frame now. Just to give that a little bit more colour. Like that. Just get that in there nicely. Just gives that a bit more depth. Let's go around all four sides. Might as well whilst I've got my paint out. Just gives that a bit more of an even finish because it had a coat of primer, but also a clear coat and it patched a little. So by going over it all again with a very thin pot of Tamiya, sorry, semi-gloss, it just evens everything back up. Not quite sure why the paint did that, but we live and learn. It can happen to the best of us. Very cheap and cheerful diorama, this one. I must admit, one I've enjoyed doing. Some of that. Just had a coat of black. Happy days. Just come round and tidy up any of the edges that need tidying up. On the frame, like so. A little bit in the air. Where the removable section is. Just to give that a little bit of a transition. Like so. Knock off that white line. All the way along. Like that. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. And now I can let that dry. Just like that. We can let the white paint on the side of the circuit dry off. As well. It's coming together quite nicely, so I'm going to pause there, let it all dry, and then when we come back we can put the side part back on. Probably give that another quick coat, just to get rid of some of the streaking on there, and then I can go over the whole track with a panel wash just to blend everything together, and then start figuring out my power supply and wiring. So I'll pause there and we'll come back in 5, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, a little bit more on the diorama. Put my marker pen away. Right, it's had another little coat of a wash along the pavement, been matted down, and the gravel and some grass tufts have gone on. Now what I've got on this is I've got a concealed section there. I know where it is. Can you guess? Anyway, a little bit of deft fummage in the corner of that bit of gravel, and the whole section lifts out. Ignore that, because in here lives my little circuit board that's going to be powering everything. And that is a greetings card circuit board. Simple, play and record, pull your battery out, press play.
Shut up and sit down.
Alright, so that's what that does, and it does go louder than that. I didn't have it very high when I recorded the volume because it was late at night. So that's going to live in there, and the other wire coming through is for the little toggle switch. Okay, and what that'll do is that'll wire into here, so I can actually activate the card from the toggle switch, and then the speaker will be spun round and live inside a Lucasade cap that will sit around up the speaker, and out of that it's going to come the pole that comes up the way, that then has, remember them? The PA speaker, and they'll sit about yay high, and just have a pair of PA speakers beaming out Murray Walker's commentary. And then all you do, if you need to change the batteries, pop the gravel off, pop it back on, just angle it under the curb, and a little presser room. Done. So that's where we're at the moment. I'm going to do a little bit more weathering on the track there, because there's still a few tiny little blue sections showing through, as you can see in the light when it catches it, and it's bugging the bloody Jesus out of me. But I don't want to lose the tyre marks, so I might just put another thin wash over it and then just keep applying layer after layer of varnish to try to stop it from coming off. Do you want to see the riders on it? Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted. Oh, go on then. Right. These are attached with the wire spike going through the tyre that we went through, I think, on a previous episode. If not, I'll quite happily go through it again. Drilled through the tyre, straight up into the spoke, and attached a piece of earth core wire from Twin and Earth cable, available at any DIY shop. And as you can see, them bikes sit on there, pucker like some of that. Okay, can hear the brum brum noises now. So that's roughly what we're going for, and then it will be a pole a little bit higher than that paintbrush in height, poking out the gravel there. Well, I might actually do it on the corner of the stand, coming up the way, with Murray's explosive commentary in his own imitable style. So that's what we're going to have. And the beauty of doing the riders like that as well is if you looked at recreating, I don't know, Rossi and Stoner, you can move the bikes around. So, you can have Rossi overtaking Stoner, and you could have Stoner overtaking Rossi. I'd love to redo the Laguna Seca downhill section where Rossi undercut Stoner. So I'm tempted to get another Rossi bike and do the Laguna Seca scene. I'm really tempted by that, but not this moment in time. I think I will do that bike build. Again, one of those epic moments in time. So I'm going to pause, we'll come back, and we will probably be putting on the labels that I put on every single diorama. I think we'll do a bit of work on the PA speakers, showing you how I make them. Go through how the audio's done onto the greetings card for those of you that don't know. And it's just literally then going to be a little bit of lipstick and mascara on this, and this is complete. Yeah, I can hear you all cheering. Stop it. But yeah, so I'm going to pause, we'll come back, we'll crack on with that. See you in a moment. Right. We're at the final stages now then. That's had its little covering of matte varnish. I've stuck the front label on, which was printed on a sheet of A4. Barry Sheene versus Kenny Roberts, Silverstone in '79. Then on the very end there, you've got "And look, Barry Sheene waves at Kenny Roberts," a quote by Murray Walker on his famous commentary of the race. On the back there, one of one built by me, Colin Wilkinson, Festa 67's workshop, and also put a little switch in for later use if I decide to use a DC power supply. And then also on the end, that end again is the Murray Walker quote, "And look, Barry Sheene waves at Kenny Roberts." I also sign my kits as well underneath. It's just something I do. So just a little something. I've lined the inside with some duct tape just to stop anything falling about, but the reason that's so deep is I might eventually put a bigger set of batteries in. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We've also mounted our signboards on the front there. These are two little tiny balsa wood posts stained with also some strips of balsa, one on the front, one on the back. On the front there is a Marlboro British Grand Prix for Silverstone poster that was out and about the era of that race. A few little tufts of grass on the front there as well. Obligatory crooked sign on the tannoy there for my old mate the Smoo down at Smoo's workshop. Little Smoo Industries logo there. The reason that's on there is he done me a huge favour by helping me out by supplying a template or a decal set that I could use as a template to do some sexy decals on the Kenny Roberts bike, because I didn't have any. So again, thank you Smoo, much appreciated mate. A little bit of fake wire there on the back of the speaker, just makes it look as if it's actually plugged in. It comes all the way down to this little box on the rocks with a wire coming out of it that is also fake, but this little box has a trick. When you press it, is that's the little photocell on-off switch that runs underneath. I've got a spare one there for the record button, which I'm no longer going to use, but it's just a little momentary push switch, and all I've done is I've fed it through the base, glued it underneath the box, and then when you press the box it activates the switch and switches on the sound. I've also got me Festa 67 workshop header. There's a little poster on the back there, just a little personal touch for me, and that is that section done. So it's pretty well self-contained, isn't it? Press the toolbox and press it off, and that is literally the greetings card. circuit there with 3 little batteries in. Speaker goes into a Coke or a Lucasade lid, and then the sound is ported up through this empty tube along, and then it comes out right in the centre there. There. Yeah. Get me pointy stick. Right down in there is the end of the tube. And all that is styrene tube. Okay. And what you do is you get 2 pieces of it. You get a drill bit on your Dremel and you rest it against the tube, press it, and it will cut a semicircle notch. Slide this one in, glue it, plug the end with a bit of sprue glue, and you can then send sound up the tube and out to whatever speaker system you like. A lot easier than trying to shoehorn a speaker in there, I think. And the shape of that and the way it's ported does help the sound to gravitate up. So that just drops in place like so to finish that part of the diode, and then to place the bikes on, if you remember rightly, I just had a piece of copper core that goes through the tyre. I've got a tiny little hole there, drop the bike straight on, just like that. Let's do the same with Kenny Roberts, rotate the wheel straight in, and there you have the 2 bikes on the Diorama. And that, my friends, is the Barry Sheene build done. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. You know, it had its moments, quite a bit of modification on Barry's arm there. Same with Kenny Roberts, you know, I had to hang, draw and quarter the poor bloke to get the fit on the bike. But all in all, I'm quite pleased with how this one's turned out. It's a very personal build to me, because it was my first induction into the world of motorcycling back in the days of the 500cc 2-strokes. So yeah, I'm showing my age a little bit, I know, but yeah, 2 great riders at work, they really are. Again, like I say, thoroughly enjoyed it. My fellow Smooth Dungeon and Cave members, nice little plug there, ching, have followed this build quite keenly in the hangouts, which we do on a nightly basis, and then we do live hangouts once a month. We're doing one part 3 of the Triumph Herald group build of a Saturday. So like I say, look out in the Boom Hut, places like that, for the link for it, and come and join us. If you want to follow me, you can follow me through the Festa 6.7's workshop Facebook and workshop group on Facebook. I'm also in the Smooth Cave and Smooth Dungeon, and obviously the YouTube channel that you're watching this on, gents and ladies. So feel free to send me a sub. I'll always sub back to you guys. If you like me work, place a comment, put, you know, give me a like or whatever, and I will see you all for my next build soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye for now. Hello again. Thanks for watching this video series on the Barry Sheene and Kenny Roberts tribute. I hope you've all enjoyed watching it. Keep watching me videos, subscribe to my channel. Coming up is the reveal and a nice little tribute to Barry Sheene. God rest his soul. Catch you on the dark side. Bye bye.
They are almost halfway through this race, and the story of the race thus far is 3 men. Roberts, there he is, into Woodcote. 130 miles an hour. A flick of his foot as he goes down a gear. Sheene chasing him. The gap between Roberts and Sheene is 0.79 seconds. 79 100ths of a second only between that man, number 7, Barry Sheene, in second place, and the man in front of him, Kenny Roberts, who looks again over his shoulder, and there he sees the red and black Suzuki with the yellow background and the black number 7 on it, and that's a big problem for Roberts, because Barry Sheene is not easily shaken off. Roberts. Round Chapel into Hangar Straight. This is the half distance, lap 14 out of 28. And where is Will Hartog in the white leathers, the Dutchman in 3rd position? It's a breakaway now for Roberts and Sheene. Hartog 3rd. Ferrari is in 4th position. In 5th place, it is still Bert van Dolman. In 6th position, it is still Christian Saron, the Frenchman. And there was a quick look at Hartog as they go round the left-hander at Abbey. 150 miles an hour, building up speed. Now underneath the bridge, down through the gears, from 6th to 5th. Keep it in 5th for Woodcote. Keep the power on. 10,000 RPM as they clear it. 135 miles an hour. There is Roberts and Sheene into Cops Corner. Where is the 3rd place man? That's him. That's Will Hartog. Now, number 11, Ferrari, is 4th. And Sheene, meantime, has closed right up on Kenny Roberts. Johnny Cicotto, who was for so long in 6th position, has slipped down through the field to 9th position, and now he is into the pits. And now Sheene doing it. It could well be that Barry Sheene, yes, at the end of the lap, and the crowd rises, the crowd roars, and Barry Sheene leads at the end of lap 15 with another 13 to go, including the one they're on in this 28-lap race. Now, I think Sheene has got the measure of Roberts. It's easy to say that. I said earlier on that Roberts was riding a tactical race. These two are pressing each other so hard that the race could well go to either of them. Roberts up alongside Sheene's back wheel, and Sheene, with that awkward stance of his, comes out of the saddle, gets his weight over on the right, his knee comes out, the crowd are waving him on as he goes into Chapel. Now this is the Roberts quick bit. Let's see if Roberts is going to challenge Sheene for the lead now. He's inching up on him. Is he going to get past before they have to change down for Stowe? The answer is no. Barry Sheene, who said to me yesterday, I'm going to ride as fast as I possibly can, but I'm not going to stick my neck out, I'm not going to risk anything for anyone, is therefore riding well within his limits, which are so much higher than almost anybody else's. One of the few exceptions, of course, is the man right behind him, Kenny Roberts. As they come up now to yet another tail ender, they're going through the rest of the field like a hot knife through butter, down to Woodcote. Is Sheene going to pass the tail ender before they come to Woodcote, or after? And the answer is after. Sheene goes straight past the Norwegian rider, Swedish rider, Peter Söderström, and so does Kenny Roberts. Down to Copse. Will Hartog dropping back all the time. So the Dutchman is either tired himself, and it's quite... And look at that! Barry Sheene, with absolute effrontery, not only looks over his shoulder, but takes his left clutch hand off the handlebar and waves to Kenny Roberts. And cares Kenny Roberts' answer? Don't you wave at me, young man, because this is what will happen to you. And Kenny